Premium Prose India, the greatest Indian stories, beautifully retold for today's children, presents How Ganga Came from Heaven to Earth, read by Rob Patterson. In days of yore, in the Golden Age, when legendary kings and queens of India communed freely with gods and goddesses, King Sagara ruled the Kingdom of Koshala with his brave Queen Sumati. Together, they had 60,000 sons, all of whom were mighty warriors, quick to anger and ever ready to fight their father's enemies. King Sagara made a solemn vow to perform the horse sacrifice 100 times. In this powerful sacrifice, the prayers of 1,000 priests sanctified a pure white horse. The white horse was then set free to roam the land for a year. If the horse wandered into a neighbouring realm, the ruler of that kingdom had to submit to King Sagara or face the wrath of his 60,000 warlike sons. This ritual gave Sagara immense power. 99 times the pure white horse was released. 99 times it wandered into neighbouring kingdoms. 99 times King Sagara's sons accepted the surrender and rich gifts of countless rulers of other lands. But Indra, the chief of the gods, grew jealous of King Sagara's power and wealth. He devised a cunning plan to thwart Sagara's 100th sacrifice. At this time, there lived a holy man of immense spiritual prowess named Kapila. Indra knew of the unbounded power of Kapila's spiritual energy, which made even the heavens themselves shake. Kapila had retreated underground to meditate. So Indra stole the 100th pure white horse of King Sagara from under the very noses of the king's 60,000 sons. He took the horse underground, to the cave where sage Kapila sat motionless in blissful meditation. Indra quietly tied the pure white horse to a stake in the floor of the cave, just beside sage Kapila. Then he withdrew to enjoy the results of his troublemaking. When King Sagara was told of the disappearance of his horse, he was enraged. He angrily ordered his 60,000 sons to search the world high and low for the missing horse, and to punish the thief who had stolen it. King Sagara's sons set off in a fury. They crossed back and forth over the whole earth, creating widespread destruction as they searched everywhere for the horse. Finally, unable to find the pure white horse anywhere on earth, they began to search for it in the underworld. Eventually, they came upon sage Kapila, sitting in silent meditation. And what did they see next to him? It was none other than their father's pure white horse, standing quietly next to the holy man. The 60,000 sons of King Sagara flew into a rage. They had found the thief. With a shout, they drew their swords and ran towards Kapila. At the sound of the approaching horde, Kapila, angry that his meditation had been disturbed, opened his eyes. Bolts of scorching fire shot out from his eyes, and 60,000 sons of King Sagara were instantly reduced to ashes. The 60,000 piles of ash lay undisturbed in that underground cave for hundreds of years. The funeral rites of those mighty princes were never properly performed, and the effects of this injustice grew and grew. As the years went by, the Kingdom of Koshala suffered more and more. Finally, many years after the burning of the 60,000 sons of King Sagara, a new king ascended the throne of the ancient Kingdom of Koshala. His name was Bhagirath, and he was a wise and benevolent monarch. But Koshala was troubled. Natural disasters afflicted its people. Earthquakes shook the land, avalanches tumbled down mountains, floods carried away whole villages, and droughts dried up fertile farmland. And worse, neighbouring kings attacked the borders of King Bhagirath's land and made off with cattle and other valuable property. King Bhagiratha and all his wise ministers were perplexed. Bhagiratha was faithful to his royal duties and made sure all the sacrifices to the gods were properly performed. Why was his kingdom under attack from both divine and human forces? The king called a meeting of his council and instructed them to spare no effort to find out the cause of these troubles. Having consulted the stars, prayed to the gods, meditated deeply and discussed the issue long into the night, the council of the wise approached their beloved king. "O great king," said the oldest of the councillors, "we have found the cause of these disasters afflicting our kingdom." King Bhagiratha was eager to hear. He sat forward on his throne and encouraged the chief counselor to continue. "There is an ancient curse upon your royal house. It has been working its mischief for many hundreds of years. With the succession of each new king of your royal dynasty, the effects of this curse grow steadily worse. A great injustice has been done to your remote ancestors, and until that injustice is undone, the catastrophes of Koshala will increase until the kingdom falls." King Bhagirath was filled with consternation. What is this great injustice? How can it be overcome? What must I do to right the wrong done to my ancestors?